Alrighty, we are getting set up and ready for another Tuesday Facebook Live with Shall We Stamp. Let me load my comments and get my seat situated and get myself, hang on. I gotta get myself centered in this camera here, and I've got to do some work on this. It's a little cockeyed, so I'm gonna have to make some movements here. I think that's all right. Excuse me. All right, I think we're ready. So once you come on, let me know that you are here. If you don't mind, I would greatly appreciate that. In the meantime, I'll just sit here and wait for y'all to come on board. I'm a little bit early. I do need to adjust my camera. I guess I should have done that before I went live, huh? I gotta get my camera adjusted. The desktop. That would be helpful, wouldn't it? All right, let's see what we got going on here. I got my stand. I got everything is, hold on. We got to get everything in the camera. Bear with me. I'm adjusting here. I should have done this before we went live. So you get to see what I get to do here. I'm trying to get it so it's flat. There we go. I think that's good. Hopefully. We can always move this. Whoop, we can move it back this way. Is that crooked? I don't know. All right, there we go. We're going to start with that and see what happens. Let me come back to me. Oh, there we go. Okay, hopefully we got the camera in there, right? So we can see what's going on this evening. So come on in and join us, or join me. Riley's laying on the couch, Miss Celebrity. She has been the talk of the town. That's the dog, in case you're new to my channel. So, anyways. So I will sit here and wait till you all come on. It is 6:57. I'm a few minutes early, but that's okay. I'd rather make sure I've got everything working the way it needs to be. And let's see, what else do I need? Oh, I need to get my little tape. Hang on. Let's see. I think I've got some right over here. I do. A little Post-it tape. And we have dimensionals. We've got it all this evening. So let's see. I do need to clean my ugly looking bone folders. I guess we can go with this one. We'll use the Shall We Stamp one. That one's pretty. I'll get my scissors out. Cause we know. Oh, you know what? I need to check my glue. I just got it. Hello, Karen Joe. How are ya? How's everything in your neck of the woods? I'm trying to get myself organized as usual. Hopefully I got glue in here that's working. I think I do. I just got I got an order in, and I ordered like 10 tubes of multi-purpose glue. So, oh, do you like that? I'm getting better, let me tell you, but I need to make a rectangle one, and I just haven't made the time to do it. But I did, I don't have it in front of me. I did our sketch for Saturday. Oh gosh, what did I do with it? Oh, you know what? It's over here. I did that through Canva, and I'll tell you what, I was so proud of my damn self. I couldn't believe it. I actually did it, and it actually came out pretty daggone good. Let me see if I can show this to you. Where are we? Where's the camera? Look at that. That looks like a professional did it. Can you believe that? So I didn't want it to print the whole piece of paper. So, but anyways, I've been a busy girl, man. I'll tell you what. I've got paper and stuff that I ordered, holiday paper that I have not even used yet, and I have been trying to make, I'm going to make a bunch of Christmas cards. Well, I make a lot anyways to send out, but I'm going to make extras, and I'm going to do really easy ones. When we go to do our therapy work at the Larson Center, our medical center, I want to have some just, you know, Merry Christmas cards to hand out to people, because, you know, some of those folks don't have anybody, you know what I mean? So that's what I want to do. Hey, Judy from Ohio. But anyway, so I've been busy trying to get organized. I'm trying to stay on track without getting the squirrel syndrome. So I'm doing better. That's a good thing. So I'm happy about that. I've got my studio somewhat cleaned up. I had to, you know, I don't know about y'all, but do you get glue all over your table when you're working? I have glue, like adhesive, and I've got the Goo Gone. Man, I had him out today. He was, we were working up a storm, let me tell you. It was just crazy. But anyways, but every time Riley and I go out, somebody says, "Oh, there's that little dog," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's my baby. She's becoming a star." I told him we'd set up a photograph session. Well, you know, I might as well, right? I make cards. I might as well make easy cards and just stamp everything with Merry Christmas or whatever, and sign me and Riley, and it gives them something, you know. Some of these people don't have people that come and visit, and that's the sad part. That really is the sad part, is they don't have family, or I don't know what the dealio is, you know. That's not working. So you just don't know. And these people, they deserve it. They've worked hard all their life, I'm sure, and they want to be part of something. I know one of the activities directors and I were talking about, she wanted to, I said something about I had kits, and she said that she wanted to get some of the residents together to make, like holiday cards. So I'm taking a kit with me tomorrow to show her that it's the citrus one. It's a lot of peel and stick, but I think what I could do, if she's interested, is I can go ahead and stamp all the sentiments and put the dimensionals on the back of everything, and then she and the other activity workers can peel the stuff off, and then they can put it together. So to try to make it as easy as possible, but we'll see. Because tomorrow is therapy visit day, so that's what we'll be doing from, well, I usually get there about 1:15, because they usually wanted me there at 1 o'clock. Well, half the people are still eating, so we can't do a lot. And I don't want to go into the eating area, because that's not, it's really not healthy. So we just wander door, room to room. If we can't find them if they aren't lined up in the, like the living room or the den area, we just walk. Riley and I just go up and down up one hallway, and then we go down the other hallway, and then we go across to the next floor, and then we go down or up or whichever. So it works out. We have a good time doing it. And then she's exhausted at the end of the day. By the time we get back from there, the dog is laying on the couch, and she is zonked. She's out. But, she's 14 years old. And I just found out, do you know how Facebook gives you, like, all your pictures that are stored, and it shows, from the time past? I kept thinking that we adopted her on the 6th of November. It was November 3rd, and that was the actual day that thing popped. Well, obviously it popped up on November 3rd, and I said to my husband, I said, "It's Riley's birthday today." So I was off 3 days, but anyways, I should put a picture in here so that I can show you guys. Oh my gosh, you could see what she looked like when we got her. It was pitiful. Her hair was so grown out, it was unbelievable. But anyways, we have a good time, and I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I toyed with when I retired, what I was going to do, trying to figure out my purpose in life, and it all came to, so it was fine. It worked out. So anyways, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, thank you. We will get started. I'm going to give it one more minute at 7:04, and then we will get started. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down. I'll do my little thingy, and we'll just go ahead and start, because I've got 3 cards. I think I can get it done within an hour. We might go a few minutes over, and I'm sure you all are probably okay with that. If not, then you can watch the replay. But let me introduce myself to those that may be new to the channel. I know I have a few new people to the VIP group. Welcome. And if you're watching on YouTube and you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure that you subscribe and then click that bell so that you'll be notified each time that I upload a video. And that helps me to reach more people that like to watch my crafting videos and all that good stuff. So we have a tutorial this month bundle that I'm going to flip the camera down so you can see it. So if you purchase $50 or more in my online store during the month of November, then you will receive this bundle of tutorials. There's 52 projects in this bundle, and a lot of them are holiday, obviously. A lot of them are Christmas related. We do have I don't think anybody used it here because we just got it in. We have a new, The Miracle of Life, which is a Hanukkah that celebrates. And that will be on my order list to get. I don't think there's anything on here. There's a lot of birthdays, mainly some holiday, Christmas type things here, and then still a couple of fall things. So it's a great resource to use. So it's created by myself and 51 other demonstrators throughout the United States and all the places that we are located in other countries. So it's a great resource to use. You can copy them. You can use them for whatever you want to use them for. It's good inspiration. So, and then if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, I would highly encourage you to do so. There will be a link below the video. I just realized I'm doing a 12-week of Christmas, and I realized I missed last week. I'm not sure how I did that, but I did. So it's going out tomorrow. It goes out every Wednesday with a project tutorial around the holidays. So that will be coming out. Also, we're in a new month, so there are coupons that every month you get a discount or something, whatever it may be. I don't remember because there's 12 of them. But that is on there as well. So if you haven't signed up for my newsletter, I send one out every week, and you'll get at least 2 tutorials every week, and sometimes a little more than that during the month, but for the most part, it's 2. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And did I say who I was? I don't think I did I? I'm Dawn Duvall from Fort Myers, Florida. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and I have been doing this 12 years. And I absolutely love it. Never thought I was going to be doing classes and stuff, but every testing thing I did in my work life always said that I should be a teacher. So I guess I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. But anyways, I love what I do. And I'm glad that you all are here and enjoy crafting as well. So this evening, we're going to work with the Abundant Beauty decorative mask, and I'm sure you all have seen these, but I'm going to show you. We're going to use every one of these masks this evening. All right, so I'm going to put this on colored paper, so in case you haven't seen them or all of them. This is a houndtooth. We're going to use this one. So you get 7. You get 7 of these, and they're $10.50. And when I was looking it up this evening, guess what? Right now they're unavailable. So we hopefully will get some in the next week or so. But the reason I've had these for over a month, and I just started using them, but I like this because this can help to masculine cards, being it's a houndtooth, right? And that could be used any time of year. All right, and then we've got our snowflake, so obviously that's going to be for the winter. We're going to do a card with that. We're going to do a card with all of these, actually. All right, so there's that one. And then we have a fall one, or it could be spring, right? You could do fall leaves, or you could color these to make them look springish. So there's that one. And then this beautiful flower. Now this one, if y'all haven't used these 4 go together, okay? Now this is the leaves. They're numbered on the back, and they have these little, can you see this little thing right there, that little divot? All right, that's how you line them up, so you keep them on top of each other. So let me put them in order. All right, hang on a minute. Let me get them in there. They have numbers on the back. I got to find the number. Hang on. This is number 2. These are the leaves. That's 4. It's making like sunflowers or some kind of flower. This is 3, 4, and this is number, it's got to be number 1, right? Yeah, this is number 1. So this would be number, what did I just say, 2? No, that's 3. Let me find number 2. No, that's 3. This has got to be 2. You'd think I could read this, but they're hard to see. Oh, yeah, this is number 2. So if you were going to do these, I'm going to do them backwards, because the first time I did them, I was like, why isn't that stuff going? I'm going to do this one separate. But I started out doing this one, and then I layered the other one on top of it, which I thought, why isn't it working? Because see how this has got a whole, anyways, I had it backwards. So we're going to start the flower backwards when we get ready to do this. But this is the top part of the flower. And then this would be the part that kind of makes the hole a little bit bigger. And then this is how you'll do your flower, covering up those parts that you've already colored. And then we'll color all of this in. This is so easy. I'm telling you, for $10, You can make a lot of cards like this. I mean, they're really, really easy cards. So that's what we're going to do this evening. And we're going to go ahead and get started because I want to get these 3 cards done. And if you haven't, I'm sure you all have seen those, but I had no idea how easy they were. So let me move this out of the way because we don't need that. We're going to use this one first. We're going to make a fall card. So let me move this paper out of the way. All right, so let me show you the card. Now we're going to do some blending. So you're going to need to have some blending brushes. What are they called? I used to use them all the time. Sponge daubers, any kind of a sponge item that you can use to color with, okay? So this is what we're going to, this is the one we're going to make. We're going to recreate this one. And I did, it's got pecan pie cardstock, old olive, and then we're going to make the leaves. And I used pumpkin pie, old olive, and pecan pie for the leaves. And then this is some of that burlap ribbon. I don't even know, where is it? It's got to be, oh, it's right here. It's the copper, it's the natural trim ribbon. And then this is the copper. It comes together in two in a package. And this is the copper ribbon. And I just put that over top. And I thought that looked nice. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to recreate this. And then I'm using the nested essential dies for our sentiment. So I'm using the second largest one for this particular card. And then one of the other cards, we're going to use the second from the smallest. We'll use for our sentiment there. Okay. So let's get started because we got some coloring to do. All right, and I'm going to use, we're going to use some champagne rhinestones. I believe these are retired. I'm not sure, but we're going to use them because they go with the color and I like them. All right, so the first thing we need to do is we've got to pull in our piece of basic white cardstock. Now we're using pecan pie, which is 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to score it in half at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to go ahead and fold it, and then we're going to start coloring. And just, if you're going to fold it without doing your actual score, just get it lined up and then hold it down. And then pull in your bone folder and give it a good crease. And then flip it over and do the other side, and that will help hold it down. And then we're going to we're going to put this piece of old olive on it. And we can actually, let's go ahead and add this now, and then we'll have everything ready. And then all we have to do, hang on, let me get my glue going, is get our leaves colored, and then we can go ahead and add everything else. Well, I tell you what, my glue better hurry up and come out, or I'm gonna have to go get me one of my new ones. See, if you don't use it, it sits for a little bit. It's not gonna, and this is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, okay? And then this, oh, you know what? This has got to be cut down. I'm gonna cut it down afterwards because there'll be some white edges. So I'm gonna leave that the way it is. All right, so we're gonna use pecan pie. We're gonna use pumpkin pie and then old olive. I've got I've got my pad here, but I also have a smaller piece that we can use for when we start doing our blending. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna lay this down. And we're going to lay it right on here. And actually, I'm not going to lay it there. I'm going to lay it here. No, I'm not. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm just going to get it laid down where I think it looks good. Let me see if I can get it straight. And then we're going to use some double-sided tape that we can pull it off to hold this in place because we don't want it to move. So let's try to get it as much covered. And I'm going to try to leave some that are off. It's not going to fit the whole size of our cardstock. So let me grab a couple pieces of this, and we're just going to tack this thing down so it doesn't move on us, okay? And this is Post-it notes that you can get at any of the office supplies or through Amazon. All right, and then all I'm going to do, now I really should be using a smaller blending brush, but I like the colors are going to kind of mix, which is fine. So let me see, this is my green. So let's go in and we'll try to do some of our green leaves first. And I'm just going to pick a few. I'm going to color off a little bit. Where's my little, hang on a second, let me get my thing. I'll use this one to do my little coloring. I don't want to get too much. So I'm just going to go through here and do some leaves, but I'm gonna also come back and I might add a little bit of color on top. So it probably wouldn't hurt to use one of the our small blending brushes, but I started using this one, so I didn't want to get another one inked up with green. So I'm just going to rub it and just rub it around until you get whatever color you want. And I'll probably come back and add a little bit of color to it. And there's some acorns in here too, so we're going to go do those brown. So just bear with me. All right, so that's our green. And now I'm going to come in and I'm going to add some pumpkin pie. So we'll just come in, and that's kind of dark. So I'm going to come in with a little bit on some of these areas, because I am going to come back and kind of do some pecan. And I'm going to do a little bit here, but we're going to have some of our I'm going to put some orange leaves. They probably should be green too, but we're going to, it's my card, right? So I get to do what I want. And we'll put some orange right here. And then when you get done, you just take this thing off and you run it under the water, and it just runs clear off. Isn't that amazing? Just amazing. Let me get one more, hang on a second. I thought I was going to use the two, but I'm not going to be able to. Let me grab one more blending brush. Hang on one second. Let me grab it. Hold on. Sorry, I should have had an extra one out, because I forgot. I will be going back and forth with my colors. So I'm going to use a separate one for my pecan pie. Now I'm going to come in with some of these leaves and just do a little bit of coloring over them. And then we've got, it looks like we've got some maple leaves here. And we're going to do those. And then there's our acorn. So we want to get our acorn nice and done. And then there's a couple right here. It's just, let me know if y'all have this set, if you've used this or not. But I tell you, it's just so daggone easy to do. I'm trying to get all my acorns colored. All right. Is that, no, I don't know. We'll put some, anyways, it's supposed to be fall colors, right? So we're just going to add some brown. I'll probably come back and add a little bit more orange. And let's just do a little bit more. And I see some leaves that I probably need to do some green there. All right, so let's come back. I'm going to make this one kind of green. Get our colors. Do this one. And, you know, just whatever you feel like doing, you just want to keep, you know, add more stuff to it, whatever ink you want. We'll add a little bit of pumpkin to that one and give it some more fall look. Put some green on these. Probably need a little bit more green, don't you think? All right, so if you've used these, let me know. I would love to know if you have or not. I can't believe I've had them sitting here for a month or so, just getting around to using them. But, you know, that's what happens. And then I just take them and roll my brush back and forth. I go to the right and then I come back from the left just to make sure I get the ink to come off. I'm going to add a little bit of green to that. That's a leaf, so he needs to have a little bit of green to him. And what else do we need to do? Let's see. Let's put some more orange here. We'll get him. You got to be careful because you will get some ink on your fingers if you hold on to this thing, but that's okay. That's what we got to do. Let's add a little bit there. Oh, we got one right here. It's missing something. Put some green on this one. All right, let's see. Make sure we get all these. These edges I'm going to be cutting off because we're going to cut that down a little bit. I think that looks like a little acorn hanging off of there. So let's get a little brown on our acorn. So look how easy this is. All right, so let's go with that. So let me close all these guys up before I get my fingers all over. And whoops, see what I did? Just stuck my finger in it. Not paying attention because I'm using two of the old stamps that close different. Just wipe it off on my chamois. All right, I'm going to put these off to the side because I may need those. All right, so I'm going to pull this up. And so there is our card. So you see how it makes the, so let me lay this off to the side so I don't get it all over everywhere. Now I'm going to trim this down so you can see how it didn't go on the edges. And we need it to be 3 3/4 by 5, right? So I'm just going to trim a little bit here. And then I'm going to switch it, oh, hang on a minute. We're going to switch it to the other side. And That's why you need tweezers too, so you can pull stuff out of your thing. All right, so then we're going to flip this over here, and we'll just cut. I need to go back and trim this one up. We're going to do 3 3/4 on this. So that gets rid of that piece right there. Let me cut this one a little bit off because I got it crooked. Okay, there we go. Somehow I didn't get it straight. And then this should be at 5 inches, and we'll trim it down. We want it at 5. Let's see. Let's trim a little bit off this side, and then we'll trim some off the other side to kind of keep it even. And that's going to be at 5 inches. All right. Okay, so that's that. Now, isn't that pretty? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? So just think if you did this in the summer, you can make them different colored greens, right? All right, so we're going to bring this in. It's going to be in landscape mode. So now I'm going to take my burlap, or natural they call it, and get my ribbon shears. Get those right. I'm just going to snip this off. We're going to glue this down to the back of the card. I'm going to use my tear and tape because I just think it works a lot easier. Excuse me. So I'm also going to put tear and tape on the center of this as well for the strip of copper, because that way it holds it down. And I'm just going to put this here for a minute. This will hold my the ribbon in there. All right, so I'm going to take and just run this all the way down the length, probably from there, because that's going to go over. So this way it will help hold down that ribbon. And I'll lift it back up in just a second, because obviously you can see that it's bundling up. So let me just tear off there. Hang on, stuck to my finger. All right, so let's get this lifted up, and I'm just gonna lay it down. Hopefully I've got it straight as it sticks to my finger. And we'll just cut that off right about there. Oops, where are my scissors? I almost grabbed my ribbon scissors. I almost had a heart attack when I was doing my class with the Shell Point ladies. Oh my gosh, I looked around and one of the older ladies was using my ribbon scissors to cut a piece of paper, and I was like, oh, I had to bite my tongue because she didn't know any better, right? And I wasn't going to say anything. I thought, oh my God. So as soon as she got done, I picked them up. I picked them up and moved them. All right, so isn't that terrible? I shouldn't be like that, but you know, plus we don't sell these daggone craft scissors anymore. So we got to have them, right? I mean, I'm sure I can buy them somewhere else, but I bought 3 pairs when Stampin' Up! Sold them, and I'm glad I did. All right, hang on, I've lost them. Oh, they're right in front of me. All right, so I'm going to add my ribbon onto this piece of tear and tape. As soon as I get it lifted up, there we go. Hang on. Get it lifted up. We'll be good. There we go. All right, we're going to peel him off. Throw that over there. All right, and then I'm just going to lay, and it might look a little goofy, but it helps hold it in place. So I'm going to lay this down. I don't think it looks too bad. See how that helps? Doesn't that help? All right, so then we're going to take our white piece, and then we're going to lay this on top. And you know what? I need my my craft mat, which is laying right here. It's not doing me any good, is it? All right, so let's peel off our tape on this one. I got to get my nails done. That's on my list tomorrow. Hair tomorrow, nails, and then we go to therapy. We go visit the folks. So I do all that in the morning. 9 o'clock hair, then my nails, and then we'll probably head up to our medical center about probably 1:15 or so. Riley will be happy. Last week she was a mermaid, so or 2 weeks ago. This week they probably won't even recognize her. All right, so I'm going to put this right about. Let me lay this on here because then I can look at it. Yeah, see, I got a little bit too long, but that's okay. All right, I'm gonna put this right in the center. So I'm gonna flip it over, and so see how that's gonna tighten it down. I'll trim that off. There we go. I did pretty good. Got that pretty straight, didn't I? I'm just going to trim these little pieces off here. We don't need that. And I'm thinking, because this is kind of bulky a little bit, I'm thinking I'm going to pop, well, you know what, maybe I should let me put a little piece right here to hold that down. And let me find my parent tape. I'll use that little piece that I tore off. I'm going to stick it right here underneath. That will hold that paper down. So give me a second. I'm going to rip this, take the top off of here. This is just something I do so it's not like waving in the breeze, you know. And you could always do the same thing. You can just run a whole piece on the front too if you want. Okay, so there we go. Now I could pop this up on dimensionals if we want, because it's a little bulky on the bottom, but I think that will look fine. I think I did better this time when I putting it down than I did with the other one. So I'm going to use my seal, and we will go ahead and add the seal and attach this to the front of our card, and then we'll stamp our sentiment. And I just realized there's something else that I forgot to grab, so let me grab it right now. I need my old olive. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, so then we'll put this on here. We'll do our sentiment, and then we'll move on to the next project. So I'm going to lay this right about there. I think that looks good enough. It's a little thing. All right, and then our sentiment, we are going to stamp my, we're going to do thank you, and we're going to do that in, we're going to do pumpkin pie. So give me one second here. And where's my, oh, there it is. All right, so this is one of those essential nested essential dies. So this is one of the rounded squares. So I'm going to do this in pumpkin pie, and I'm going to stamp that right on here. And then I'm going to come back and kind of do like a shadow effect, but it's going to be an olive, which you would have noticed it on my other card. So let me move this over here out of the way. And then I'm just going to take and use the nub end. And I'm not sure how to do shadowing, but this is just what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try to keep it just on the sides a little bit. Oh, that's the dark. I don't want dark. Hold on. I want the light because that's too dark. We'll just have one dark side. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's okay. That's all right. And then I'll just do a little bit right here. And then I'm going to come down with the H and just kind of do around the thank you. Just to kind of pull the colors in. And if you are somebody that knows how to do this, then hallelujah, because I just fake it, you know, fake it till you make it, right? And then I'll just come around here. Usually, if you want the shadow, you can use like one of our smoky slates or one of the grays to give it that effect. But I thought the green might kind of pull it together a little bit. You know, I figure why not? I'll try it. If I don't like it, then I just won't do this again. There we go. All right, we'll put a little dot right there next to it. Okay, so that's that. So let's throw some dimensionals on here. And we'll pop that up, and then we're going to make some snowflakes. Get this on here. All right. I'm telling you, the scissors, you know, when you use them for fabric or ribbon or whatever, you don't want anybody messing with those things because it dulls them. Not that you probably can't take them somewhere and get them sharpened, but, you know, if I don't do that, then I don't have to worry about that, right? Okay, so we have our thank you. And I'm going to put it on here in the center. I'm going to do it a little bit angled. And then we're going to take a couple of these little champagne rhinestones because I just think they're so cute, and they kind of really do go. Oops, hang on. I got to get the glue on this one. Hold up. All right, let's try this again. Oh, there's my little, well, I just lost my glue dot. There we go. All right, so we're going to put one there, and we'll put one over here, and then we'll put a third one. Let's do one right about there. How's that? All right, so there's our card. That's the fall leaves using the stencil for the fall leaves. And, of course, then we'll add a piece of white on the inside of the card. So what do you think about that? Pretty easy, huh? Quick and easy. All right, so let's move on to the next card. Let me move my blends out of the way. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put these over here in case they decide to, which they just did. Hang on. All right, now we're going to do the snowflake one, and then we'll make our beautiful, whoops, I'm just having issues all around. Then we'll make our beautiful flower card. And I'll get to show you that in just a second. Okay, so now we're going to come in and we're going to use the Berry Cute. And this is what we're going to do. This one is very simple as well. We're using the Azure Afternoon blue base at 8.5 by 5.5. And then we're using a piece of Balmy Blue. And then we're going to do the ink and Balmy Blue and the Azure Afternoon. Then we're going to take the Azure blend and we're going to darken the center spots is what I did there. Probably should do it over here. And then we're going to pop in our bears and all that fun stuff. All right, so let's get that. Let me pull my stamp set in. And if y'all don't have this set, I'm sure you've probably seen it. It's a cutie patootie, and it's got the bear punch that will punch out this bear. But you know, if you don't have the punch, you can easily fussy cut those out. That's something that I'm becoming really good at. I'm becoming very proficient. All right, so we're gonna again, we're gonna fold this one in half. Excuse me, and give it a good burnish. And I'm gonna flip it over. There we go. And then we're going to add our Balmy Blue, which is a 4 by 5 1/4. Dadgummit, hang on. I got to get this thing going. Here we go. Get the glue out of there. If I squeeze it hard enough, it's going to come out, so we'll see. I know it's not clogged. It's just, there we go. If I get it, once I get it going, it'll be fine. It just doesn't want to come out. Probably need to stick something in there. Got a glob somewhere. All right, that'll work. Hopefully it's going to come out of there, huh? Oh, I see it. It's coming slowly but surely. All right, so let's go ahead and pop this on. And we'll get that right on here. Okay. And then we are going to do the same thing. We're going to take our white and we are going to use our, what did I do with my little pieces of tape? Oh, they're stuck to the other one. So let me grab this. We're going to put the snowflake one down. Got too much stuff over here. All right, hang on. He's on the bottom, I think. Where did the snowflake one go? Ah, did I lose him? All right, hold on. Where's the snowflake? Am I missing it? All right, hang on. One. There's that one. Well, where the hell is the snowflake? Well, you know what? We may not be making this one. I know I just had it because I showed it to you guys. All right, hang on. Give me a second. Let me just slow down for a second. Regroup myself here. All right, it's not there. It's not here. What did I do with the snowflake? It's not there. Can you believe this? Oh, guess what? I think I just found it. Yep, I did. It's sitting underneath my dies. Good Lord. Okay. I think it might be drinking time. All right, so this one, see, these don't have numbers on them because you just use them as they are, right? So we're going to lay this on here, and you just want to line it up again with how you want your snowflakes to go. And I think I'm going to get a little bit closer to get the snowflakes. I think I'm going to do it about like that. And I won't put those there. So I'm going to put that there, and I'll just grab another piece of tape. I just had a piece in my hand, don't know what I did with it. So we'll just put that right there. Okay, here we go. Well, at least the one thing good about this is we start blending. It doesn't take long at all. So I'm going to start with the light, with the Balmy Blue, because then I'm going to use my ink, this blending brush for the same thing. Hello, Idaho. All right, so we're going to go in with our Balmy Blue, and we'll just start doing our blending again. We're just going to blend our snowflakes. We're just going to pick randomly, and then we'll come back and do the other one with some other color, right? And we got little stars. So I just want to try to get the same number, if you will. Let's pull one over here. And, you know, we can make them darker if we want, or we can keep them lighter. So the more you rub on them, right, you're going to get all the ink that's going to come off your brush. And this is just a neat way to color. This would be good if you have, you know, children or grandchildren, right? You could get them to just go to town with this, stuff like that, right? They could just color up a storm and make cards. All right, so I think we'll go with that. And then I'm going to come back with the Azure Afternoon. And then we're going to come in and I'm going to try to hit all of the, not all of them. I'll probably come back with the blue. But we'll come in and do some of the smaller stars. I did leave some open area. I might do like two-tone, and we'll put some there, put one here, one there. This one we'll do kind of light, and then I want this guy to be nice and dark, so we're gonna make him dark. And then we got these little ones here, and then we got these little holes. See these little holes right there? Not sure what those are, but we'll come back and I'll probably do a little bit with the blue, with the light, the balmy blue. All right, so let's do that. Get that one in. What else do we need? Okay. All right, let's come back. I'm gonna come back with the balmy, and and then we'll just come back. Let me get off some of that. All right, and then we'll do some of these right here in the light. Come back over this one. And then we got some holes right here and little stars. So we'll cover all of these up with the balmy and make sure we get these covered. Some of this is going to get cut off, so that's okay. All right, I think that's probably good. So let's color. Now look at that. How simple that is that, you know? You just, even if you just did one color, you'd have this done in no time, right? All right, so let's lift this little guy off and put him here with the other one that needs to be washed. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Now, I kind of like, what do y'all think about, I think maybe I'll just leave this one the way this one is. But see how I tried to color those in? I think I'll leave this line. I really like that color. I should have done that for the, just done the Azure for the main thing. Now, you could go back if you wanted to and line it back up and do that, but we're not going to do that. So, all right, we're going to cut this down to 3 3/4. So I'm going to cut a little bit off this side, and then I'm going to cut just a little bit off the other side because I don't want to cut all my snowflakes off, right? And I think this will work just like that. Okay, so 3 3/4, and then we're going to cut this down to 5 inches just like we did the other one. So this one is 5 1/4, so let's just do a smidge here. That's a smidge, and then we'll make this at 5 inches, so we'll just cut a little bit of those snowflakes off, but that's fine. All right, and then I just thought this is such good, really pretty colors. Okay, so we're going to bring in our piece of white, so we're going to glue that down, and then we've got to stamp our bears. If I can get my glue out of here, look at this. I guess I should start practicing opening this thing like way before we start the class, right? So I don't have to fight with it every time. Or just use my seal, but I don't like to use that all the time. This guy is going to pluck on my last nerve. Okay, we may try the other one. All right, so we're going to lay this down, and we're going to have a little bit of a border. We'll leave it right about like that. Okay, all right, now we're going to stamp our bear. We're going to stamp him in black. And I've got the bear, oh, here he is. I got them all lined up together to use. All right, so we're going to stamp the bear. Let me, actually, I'm going to do it upside down because I got him on a block that's like way too big. And we're going to punch him out. Let's see, can we do that? Let's put him right here. All right, so we're going to put him there, and we're going to punch him out with our bear punch, and then I'm going to come back and stamp the little baby bear, and that one we're going to have to fussy cut. So let's get this guy cut out. Isn't this the cutest thing? Don't you just love this? All right, so there's our white bear. Oh, I didn't stamp him. We got to stamp his collar on him. I forgot to do that. Let me stamp the little baby bear next. Hang on. And then we'll stamp the collar on that one. I'm using one block, which is probably, oh, there's my little baby bear. What did I do with my paper? All right, here we go. All right, we're going to stamp him there. We'll fussy cut him. And then let's put this black up. Pull out our, I'm going to do the azure. So I'm going to bring him in and stamp his scarf. And we've got the little tiny scarf here. So let me switch blocks. I crack you up? Why is that? Why do I crack you up? I talk, you know, I have a hard time. I tried doing where you can see me in the corner of the thing. But you know what? I never look up enough because I'm too busy focusing on what I'm trying to do. So it doesn't do me any good. But I probably should do that. All right, so I'm just trying to get this on his neck where it's going to fit. And we're going to stamp his, this is his scarf. And we're going to do it in blue because it goes with everything. There we go. So now he's got his little blue scarf on. Okay. All right, so now let's fussy cut this little dude out. And, you know, why is it that I lose all my stuff? Y'all are going to think I'm a scatterbrain. Oh, there they are. They're just hidden, that's all. You know, you start moving stuff around and you start covering up stuff, and next thing you know, you can't find anything. All right, so we're just going to cut this little guy. It won't take long to cut him because he's not that big. We're just going to fussy cut him out, and then him and mommy or daddy or whichever bear it is, they're just going to be walking in the snow, having a good time. And so, all right, so here's a question for you guys. I probably have asked this before. Who enjoys fussy cutting? I don't. I mean, it's okay, but, you know, it just, you got to have patience, and sometimes I don't have patience. And then sometimes my white line shows more than they probably should. And it's like, and then I think, you know what? Whoever gets this card isn't going to have a clue what it's supposed to look like. So why am I fussing over this, right? Because they're just going to be happy somebody was thinking of them and sent them a card. Okay, there we go. All right, put this in the trash. Look how quick this is coming together. Wait till you see the next card. Y'all are going to love it. Okay, let's put some dimensionals on these little dudes here. We'll put one there for the baby. Put one on his butt. Whoopsie. Put him right there. And then Mama Bear or Daddy Bear, whichever. We'll put him down here on his leg. We'll put one there. And put one there. Oh, I want to let y'all know, too, is Saturday is my Creation Anticipation where we do a sketch. So that will be at 11:30 on my Facebook page. It won't be in the group. And I'll also stream it to YouTube. And then I think what I'm going to do, oh, well, you know what? I wish I would have put that at the top. Oh, well, too bad. Then I think what I'm going to do is one Tuesday, because every Tuesday I stream it to YouTube. And I think what I'm going to do is not stream it one Tuesday of the month, not to YouTube. So it would just be the VIP group, folks. And I think what I'm want to do is like a mystery stamping. So I'll send you like the measurements of what we're going to do. And then you can decide how, oh, you know what? I should have stamped this before I put it on here, you guys. Now I got to fight with that. So what do you think about that? So I'll send you, like I'll post what measurements we're going to do and what size, you know, designer paper or whatever you want to do. And then you can use your own stuff at home, and then you can make cards. And then if you post them and share, then I'll draw a name and send out a prize. What do y'all think about that? So I think I'm going to put black on here again. I think that would be something different. And that would be strictly for the VIP folks because we won't stream it to anybody and nobody can get on here if they're not a VIP, right? And then you all, then I can just do a drawing for the ones that post their card, and then somebody might win a little gift. What do you think? Okay, so like a dodo, I should have stamped this before I put my card on here, but Here it goes. I'm going to try to squeeze it. See, I've got snowflakes here in the way, and I don't like that. So I'm going to try to squeeze it right between this snowflake. I'm going to try to get the M right there. All right, here we go. Do not do what I'm doing. You always stamp before you glue all your stuff down, because if I mess this up, my card's messed up. Okay, that's all right. Not so bad. But if you look at this one, I was able to get them in between the snowflakes. But that's okay. It's good enough. I think that turned out. Okay, so what else do we need? Oh, we got some ribbon. We need to put some twine on here. So let me grab my twine. And this is probably, well, we carry the white, but this one's probably an older roll that I've had. Sometimes I buy up the whites, and I like to buy a lot of them because I like using the white. So, okay, so we're just going to do a little bow here. Make it a little bit smaller. I think that's too big. I think that one's too big, and he's wanting to curl. So let's pull him in a little bit. Do y'all talk to yourself when you craft, or is it just me? My dog looks at me like, "Are you talking to me?" I'm like, "No." My husband says the same thing. "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Me. Just ignore me unless I call your name." He thinks I'm crazy. All right, so we've got a little bow here, but this little piece right here wants to curl. And I'm going to get a glue dot, and we are going to glue dot him down. And let's see. So let's take a glue dot. And we're going to roll him up so it's tiny. And I'm going to put him right here. Oops, hang on. Let me get this little ball so he doesn't stick out of the, there we go. And then I'm just going to attach this. Now look, one of my loopy-doops is not cooperating. He got twisted. Let's see if we can adjust that. But maybe I can glue it down and it won't happen. That's going to do it. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. All right, so there's our card. What do you think about that one? Isn't that cute? Quick and easy. Do you not love that? I got shadows behind me. I didn't realize that my light was giving me shadows. Okay, well, we're going to be a little bit over on the time, but it'll be okay because here comes the next card. So let me get my stuff together here. Give me 1 second. Let me clean up just a smidge and move some stuff out of the way. Okay, this is what we're making. Ta-ta-ta! Isn't that gorgeous? And it's so easy with these things. All right, so here we go. We're doing a black card base, 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. And this is petal pink. So let me, I'm gonna put this off to the side. And we are going, let me get the blue things out of the way. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my stuff together here to make sure I have all my pieces. All right, we got that. Okay, well, I've already scored, and actually I already scored and folded it. So this is petal pink, and this is too big. So we are going to cut this down. This is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to use the houndstooth to color in that background. And I just think that really adds something, you know. And we're doing that in Calypso Coral. So, whoa, look at the color. Isn't that just beautiful? I just love this. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. We're going to attach this here. We're going to put our houndstooth, and you can put this whichever direction you want your houndstooth to go, right? Do you want them to go this way? Do you want them to go that way? Well, it really doesn't matter because we can flip this thing around. So I'm going to line this up, and I'm going to put it right, and then I'm going to do, I want the houndstooth to go, we'll do it like that so it covers most of it. Yeah, that'll work. Let's go over a little bit. Hang on. That way it's even on both sides. Okay, so let's get our tape and tape this down so it doesn't move on us. And if you use your tape that you used on the previous one, just make sure that your ink side is not on the ink where you're going to be blending, okay? All right, so we are going to take, we're going to be using, we're going to make the leaves out of Mossy Meadow, but we'll do that. That's going to be last. But we're going to use Cajun Craze and Calypso Coral and Cherry Cobbler. All right, so we're going to take the, you know what? I think it's, hang on a minute. I got to look at my notes real quick. I think I'm using the Calypso Coral on that pink. Hold on a minute. Yeah, Calypso Coral on the pink. And add, yeah, Calypso Coral. We're going to do Calypso Coral on the petal pink. Had to stop and think for a minute. Okay, so let's do Calypso Coral, petal pink. Let's see. I guess we'll do these, and I'll just, I can just wash them. Do you wash your blends, or do y'all just use them for one color, or do you just let them dry out and then use it for the same dark family? All right, so I'm just going to come in here, and we're just going to blend it. And you know, you can kind of do light and dark if you want, right? Or if you want it darker, we'll just go back over the mask. So this is getting the houndstooth on here. And I'm just going to, this is Calypso Coral on the petal pink cardstock, okay? And you can see where I've got a little bit darker in some places. So I think I'm going to add some more and just try to kind of get it similar. And holding this down. But it will be fine because some of that's going to be covered up with our flower. But I'm telling you, when these come back in stock, if you haven't purchased these, I would highly encourage you to do so, because you can use these all year. And oh my gosh, you know, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's our houndstooth. And actually, you know, if you don't want it going that way, you can always turn it upwards or downwards or whatever. Okay, so that's our houndstooth. All right, so we're going to set that off to the side. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to put this over, let me just put that off to the side here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take our mask and I'm going to do it backwards. So just bear with me, because this is how I did it. I did it backwards the last time. Well, I did it in numerical order, but I'm going to do it backwards. So I'm going to take, and what I'll be doing is I'm going to have to fussy cut these flowers, but I want to make sure I got plenty of room on my thing. Yeah, that's going to work. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on here. And we want, it doesn't matter because we're going to cut these out. So I'm going to lay that here, and I'm going to tape this down as well. So let me grab my tape again. And I'm just going to add it, each one. And I don't know if I really need to tape this because I'm going to hold it. All right, so we're going to work backwards, okay? So what we're doing, and this is the last thing that we're doing, we're going to use black to color the center. And I've got my little thing. So all we're going to do is color this little black circle right here. And where the plastic is, it goes anywhere where the holes are. And then we'll come in this way. Okay. All right, so there's that. So that's the center part of the circle right here. Okay. All right, now we're going to bring in the next one, which is the holes, and this is number 3. And I'm going to line my little hooker-do things up so it goes right on top, and I'm going to hold it with my hands, and then we're going to color that, and it's going to go right around. Once I get them lined up, it will go right around that color. And my next color that I'm going to be using, hang on a minute, is all right, so this is going to be Cherry Cobbler. So we're going to take Cherry Cobbler, and there's my Cherry Cobbler right here. And I hope I'm doing this because I'm doing it backwards from when I did it the last time, but hopefully it will work. All right, so I've got my little knobby-do things lined up here, right? So I'm going to come in with my Cherry Cobbler, and this should be adding a little bit of color. Okay. All right, then we're going to come back. Now we're going to do our next mask, which is the sunflower, right? So that's going to cover, but I'm going to lift this one up because I want to get underneath so I can get all of my flowers, so I'm going to lift this up because I want to get all of my flowers like this is going to cover it, and then I can come in with my other two colors. Okay, so that's going to color that part right there. So I'm going to move this over, and then I'm going to start. I'm going to hold this down. Let me get my little, I'm going to tape this down. Hang on one second. I probably should have done it the way I did it, but that's okay. We're going to do it, but we're doing it backwards, but it's all right. It should still be fine. Okay, so we're going to come in with our flower, and I'm going to come in with my Calypso Coral, and then I'm going to do Cajun Craze, and then I will do Cherry Cobbler, okay? So we're going to come in with Calypso, which is this one right here. So we'll get our Calypso, and we're just going to start coloring. All right. And you could make this as light or as dark as you want. And I've got one more to do. And you notice there's a plastic thing right there, so that's hiding the black that I've already done. All right, so let's get a little good shade of this Calypso. All right, and I want to make sure I get my edges done. So if you're not sure, just go back in. And the darker you make it, it's just going to make your flower look that much nicer. All right, so that's our Calypso Coral. Now we're going to come in with Cajun Craze. Okay, so we're going to come here. And now this one, I'm going to try to not do quite as much on the outside. So I'm just going to try to keep it around the center part. Maybe out a little bit. But see how it's getting? And you'll see when we pull the mask off that you've got a lighter shade than the darker shade. And then we'll do the same thing here. And this one I'm trying to do a little bit smaller swirls because I don't want my sponge to, my dauber to take up the whole piece, right? So we want to leave some lightness on the outside of our flower petals. Oh, we're doing pretty good. It's not even quite 8 o'clock, so we're good. All right, so I just want to come out a little bit more around here. Just make sure we got, we've got some definition. See that? All right, and then we're going to come in with our Cherry Cobbler. And which one? Hang on, I got to make sure I'm using the right one. Hang on. Yep, Cherry Cobbler's right here. Okay, then we're going to come in with our Cherry Cobbler, and we're just going to do some more darkening here. If you can see how it's starting to take effect. This is why I really like this. You might see me making a lot of cards with this. People may start getting birthday cards using this mask. Because just think you can make these into sunflowers. Make them into any color of flower you want. Okay. All right. I think we're good. Okay. Let's see. Hang on a minute. Let's close up these. And then we're going to do some leaves because I need to get a couple of leaves to go with our card. All right, so we're going to put these guys off to the side and keep our fingers crossed that this came out the way it... Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Do you not love that? Look at that. Pretty. All right, that's going off to the side. Okay, now we're going to do, we got to do some leaves. So I'm going to set this off to the side because I got to fussy cut that, and that's probably going to take me a little bit of time. Now this one, all I'm going to do with the leaf thing is I just need 2 of the big ones. I'm not going to, this is how it lays out, but I'm just going to move it around because I don't need to waste all that space. So I'm going to do, hold on a second, I'm trying to get my blend so they don't, let me get my Old Olive. Oh wait, I don't want Old Olive, sorry. I want Mossy Meadow. Welcome. All right, Mossy Meadow. All right, so I'm going to make 2 of the big leaves, and these I'm not worried about because these I'm going to fussy cut out as well. So I'm just going to move the mask just so I don't waste a lot of paper. All right, so we got that one, and then I'm just, look at that, isn't that pretty? So then I'm going to, hopefully that's dry. I'll just do it like this. We'll put one right here, and we'll get some more ink. So I want 2 of these. Hopefully they're not overlapping. All right, there's that one. And then I'm going to take this little guy here, and I'm just going to put him right there because all of these I'll have to fussy cut. So, whoopsie, I'm moving my mask. So, and as I fussy cut, then I'm gonna have to talk to you guys. Imagine that. Me talking. Okay, so we're gonna put this one there. That way I can save a little bit of space here. I can use that. Whoopsie. Hang on, I gotta get my thing in there right, or I might have to redo it. That's a little dark, but that's all right. Okay, so there's our leaves. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let me move that. Mossy Meadow. We'll put all these stamps. I'm using 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think we used 9 ink pads for these cards this evening, but they're gorgeous. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. These are going to get washed later. All right, let me do some fussy cutting real quick, and we're ready to put our card together, right? I got to stamp my sentiment, but that won't take that long. So let me just cut through this. I probably should have stamped this and had this cut out before y'all got here. I wasn't thinking, because we could have saved some time instead of watching me fussy cut. But for those that like to fussy cut, then you'll enjoy this. You're probably thinking, oh my gosh, she's not doing it right. But it's all right. I'm just going to move it around and try to go with the flow here. And we'll come around and cut just a little bit down into the white and bring that back up. Okay, get that piece off. Okay, so we got one flower there. And then we'll cut this one out. So do you all wait till you see when we put this card together how gorgeous it is. And just think of all the color opportunities you have for creating different flowers with this set, right? I just cannot believe, I can't believe I've been sitting on this thing for a month and not using it. I just hadn't gotten around to it because I had other things already planned to create cards with. And then, you know, when something gets introduced and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I'm having a hard time trying to figure out what I'm going to do, right? So we just have to roll with it. But I'm glad I finally pulled it out. So we'll just get this one cut out real quick. And then we'll cut the flower and then we'll get our card together. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I love doing this. I wish that we could see each other. You know, then we could feel like we're in a class. All right, so we'll cut this little guy out and then we'll work on the flowers. And I'm not going in between. Probably should, but I'm not. Okay. And they always say when you're fussy cutting to put the scissors, put your design that you're cutting towards the back where it's the sharpest part of your scissor or snips or whatever, and then turn the paper with your hand, not the scissors. So you always want to turn with your paper and leave your scissors kind of like in one place. All right, so we got those cut out, so that's good. All right, let's cut these guys out. Aren't they beautiful? So give me just a minute and we'll cut these out. I know. All right. Now this might take a little bit of time. And I apologize. I probably should have done this ahead of time. So let's see. What else can we talk about? Let's see. I've already told you about Riley. We're already going to the tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow's, no, Thursday's boat day. My husband is now, we're doing Thursday half a day to go out in the boat. So Thursday, and I shouldn't complain. It's nice to get out in the water. We both love being on the water, and the dog gets to go with us. And we just go out. We leave about 9:30, take our time, go to a restaurant, either in Cape Coral or somewhere around the Fort Myers area. And we go have lunch, and they're dog friendly. So we'll sit outside, and then after we have lunch, then we come back and head home. Take our time. And Riley gets on the boat, and she has to wear her vest because she doesn't like to. I don't know if there's any dog. I've never had a dog that doesn't like water. Now, I'm not saying she doesn't like water because she loves to take a bath or take a shower. She'll walk right in the shower if I tell her time to take a shower. She gets right in there. She doesn't think twice about it. But when we put our pool in the villages, I wanted to teach her how we put in a beach shelf. So it had steps where you could walk up to get out of the pool. So I bought her a life vest, and I put that on her. Well, let me tell you what, she did not like being in the water. I mean, she was just fighting to get out of it. I just thought, which was fine with me, because I really didn't want to have to worry about her getting in the pool anyways, you know. But she doesn't like to be in the water, and I don't know, I would think she knows how to swim, but I don't know. She didn't like it, so I didn't force it on her. And so anyways, I make her wear a life vest just in case something happens. She's got the daggone thing on her. At least it'll keep her floating, right? At least I hope so. And but anyway, so she wears and then and I think y'all have seen, I've posted pictures of her with her hot pink she has doggles, which are goggles for dogs, and she doesn't like the wind in her face. So sometimes if it's really bad, I'll put her doggles on her. She's a crazy girl, I tell you. When we ride our electric bike, she loves the goggles, because that way she sits in the basket and the wind's blowing in her face, and she's okay with that. She doesn't have a problem. Isn't that funny? Okay, so there's one. Now we just get down to the three little ones, so hopefully it won't take too long. And again, I apologize. I wasn't thinking. I should have fussy cutted this. Cutted? Is that a word? I should have fussy cut this and had it ready to go, even though y'all don't need to see me fussy cut. I could have showed you how to color it and then just put it together. But that's okay. If y'all are all right, that's fine. We only have a few more minutes. It won't take long. What else are you going to do on a Tuesday night? You know, seriously. What you going to do? Watch TV. There's no football on. I like watching football. My husband, we watch it on Sundays. I don't come down to the craft studio on Sundays. I stay home, spend time with him, and watch football. We enjoy it. I don't have a favorite team. I just root for whoever I feel like rooting for. And it depends on the year, right? Some teams are better than others. And I couldn't believe, nothing against the Dallas Cowboys, but normally I don't root for them. But I was rooting for them the other night. I'm not sure why I was doing that, but I did. All right, we got one more to go. And then we'll put this card together. Okay. All right. So, anyways, all right. So, let's see. What else am I going to do? I'm trying to keep you all up to date. All right. So, Technique Thursdays were now going to be on Fridays, and they're Fundamental Fridays is what we've, based on y'all's, with the poll that we did, that's the name that y'all chose, or the majority of y'all did. And so our techniques will be on Friday, every other Friday, so not this Friday coming up, but the next week. And it's in my newsletter. And then we should have something posting on the page just to remind you as well. And then this Saturday at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time is Creation Anticipation, and that's where we use a sketch. I'll post that, tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll probably post it Thursday. So you can get, if you want to make cards with that sketch and post them and show everybody what you've done, that would be awesome. And I was telling Karen Jo earlier that I actually went to Canva and used their, anyways, I have a membership there and I use it for other things, but I never thought about using it for making my sketches. Well, it turned out pretty damn good if you ask me. It doesn't look like a 3-year-old did it like my last one. So, but anyways, and then what else am I going to do? Of course, I got a Black Friday special that I will announce soon, and hopefully y'all will take advantage of that. I was going to do a BOGO, but I'm running out of time. I don't have time to get all my stuff moved, photocopied. Not photo. I just need to make copies of them and put them in the Facebook page that I'm going to do it on. So I think I'll probably wait and do that after the first of the year. I think with the holidays coming, that might be a little much, but if y'all want me to do it late November, early December, I can do that. It's a BOGO. And anyways, okay, so we got all of our stuff cut. So let's get our card and let's start putting this little sucker together. I'm going to go ahead and add this piece here, and then we can just start building it right on our card base. So let's go ahead and glue this down if we have our glue that's going to cooperate with us. And if it doesn't, okay, hang on, let's try this one, see if this one wants to work. Nope. You know what? Let's just use our seal. Only thing I don't like about the seal is because I can't move it. If I put my paper down wrong, it doesn't give me time to move. But that's what we're going to do, because I'm not going to sit there and fight with that. All right, so let's make sure I get this on here right. I think that looks pretty good. All right, there we go. Okay, so here we go. You know, the only thing I don't like is it left this part white. Now look at that. And maybe it's supposed to look like that. I don't know. See here, I have it, I think it does, because like here it's covered up. You can barely see a trace. I don't know if y'all can see a little bit in there. So maybe it is supposed to be white like that. That's probably why the holes were there. Okay, so we're going to do some dimensionals. So let me pop these little guys up. I think I'm just going to put one here. And we'll just plop these down. And let's get going so that I'm not holding y'all up on a Tuesday night. And we should be done probably in a good, no more than 10 minutes. Just in case y'all got someplace to go. All right, I think we're good with that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some arranging here. Oh, I do. Maybe it is supposed to have the white. I guess I need to go back and see how Stampin' Up! Had it done, right? Let's see, we're going to put our smaller one up here. So I'm just going to lay them down here for a minute. And then we need to figure out how we're going to lay these. Kind of tuck them in. I like that one. This is a little different looking with the white. And actually, I need to put another dimensional on this one, because he's kind of flopping over. We don't want that to happen. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's put the big guy down, and then we'll work around that. So let's do that. Let's put him. Whoops. We'll put him right about here. And let's go ahead and put this guy. I think I need another one on here too. If I don't put him on here, he's going to flop. All right, so let's put this one. As soon as I let go of it. Let's put that one right about there. And then this one, let's put down at the bottom, and then we'll add the leaves to it. And we'll do our sentiment. We've got to do that. So let's see. All right, let's put that right about, what do you think about like that? Should I put it on top? Could put it on top or underneath. Let's put it on top a little bit. All right, let's do like that. All right, and then we have our leaves. So let's do, let's pop these up too. Everybody's gonna be popped up on dimensionals. I'm gonna pop these up like towards the end so I can slide them under. That way I can get them underneath. Oh, you know what? I need to put my sentiment there. But I'm not going to put that one down yet. Hang on. Let's put it here, and I'll move. I'll put the other one later. I want to put my sentiment on first before I add the leaf. So let's do that. And then let's put this little guy. Put him right here. He needs a little leaf. So let's put one. We'll kind of do the same thing. Kind of keep them. All right, so there's that. This one we're going to put on the inside. Let me get my sentiment out, and let's get the words that we're going to put beyond grateful. And I'm going to do this in Cajun praise. And I'm going to try to stamp it a little bit closer to the right than I did on the card actually that I made. All right, so let's stamp it right about here. There we go. And then that gives me room. I can cut it off or whatever to get it into the thing. All right, so don't go nowhere. We're almost done. And then I'll show all the cards one more time. All right, so we're going to put this guy, and I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. All right, so we can get him in here, but I'm going to cover that up. All right, so we'll put a leaf right there. Yeah, we'll put the big leaf right there. How's that? And we can do that, and then this guy can cover that up. Let's see. Yeah. All right, so we're going to glue this down. This is the only thing that we're going to glue down. And we'll put some seal. All right, so let's make sure we get him where we want him, right? So if we go like that, We put the leaf right there. I think that looks fine. All right, so there's that one. And let's put this right here. That's going to hide up that little thing. Ooh, coming together, coming together. All right, and then the last thing that we need to do, we got two things that we need to do. One, we're going to glue. Oh, Lord. Let me put a little glue on this guy. We're going to put him on the inside of our card. And if you ever do this and your glue, if that seal comes off, just roll it over. And then I'm going to put this, let me see, how did I do it on the inside of my card? Oh yeah, I have him coming around like a circle. Let's do it, yeah, upside down. All right, we're going to put him right there. He's going to go inside the card. All right, and then we've got to add some butterflies, so don't, all right, here they are. All right, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. All right, we got brass butterflies, so we're going to have some butterflies scooching around. So let's put one up there because that's an open space. And let's put one, ooh, let's put one down here. Let's put a little baby. I'm going to put one right here as I twist my arm around. Oops, where is he? Hang on. All right, there we go. All right, and then we got one right down here. Maybe we should add another. What do you think? Is that too many? Let's put one little baby there and put a little baby down here. That way they don't stand out quite as much. Okay, there we go. Don't you love these colors? Oh my God, they're gorgeous. Okay, let me move my mess and show you these cards again. All right, so here is the bears that we did. That's using the snowflake one. All right, and then here is the leaves that we did. So look at that. You've got all seasons. You've got the houndstooth here. So that's one mask. This is two masks. This is three. That's four. And then this is five. And there's seven. What was the seventh? What are the other two? Oh, the leaves and the other one. Oh, this one. But isn't that neat? Don't you just love these cards? Oh my gosh, I just love these. And this color, I would have never thought to put Cajun Craze on Petal Pink. Would you? Oh, so again, the Abundant Beauty Decorative Mask, $10.50. Unfortunately, they're not available at this moment, but we're going to keep our fingers crossed. And if you want the order number, I'll give it to you just in case. 162331. You can go to my online store, $10.50. And look at that, you get some beautiful cards. So if you have these masks and you've got some cards you've created, post them to our group and share. We'd love to see what everybody does. It gives us an inspiration. So all right, everyone, thank you again so much for taking time out of your Tuesday evening. I'll put my face back in here. I greatly appreciate you spending time with me, and I will see you, hopefully I'll see you on Saturday at 11:30 for our creation anticipation. And if you can't make it, then I will see you on